Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Agenda Review. We're going to look at the agenda for Wednesday, April the 9th. Manager Stoltz is out in a meeting this morning. So we have Deputy County Manager Tim Kaufman. Go ahead, Tim.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. First thing I want to mention is the start time on Wednesday. We would like to start the meeting at 8:30 to give everyone adequate time to get down to the ribbon cutting at the state hospital. Nicole, do you want to cover good news?
Hey, Tim, I might just real quick. Commissioner Howell is on. I didn't mention this before. Sorry. Commissioner Howell's on Zoom. So if you've got anything, Jim, I may not see you pop up. So go ahead and just unmute and holler.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yes, good morning. For county announcements, I had also the South Central Mental Health Hospital groundbreaking event on Wednesday. That is at noon. We also have Environmental Resources has a waste tire collection event that is Thursday through Saturday, April 10th through the 12th. And then lastly, we were going to give a reminder that homestead refunds can be filed through Tuesday, April 15th. And that's all I have.
Thank you. We've got a couple of proclamations, one for Education and Sharing Day, and then one for National Public Health Week. We get into some appointments. We've got an appointment to the Mental Health Advisory Board. And then in new business, we start with an interesting zoning case. It's a conditional use request related to oil drilling. MAPC did recommend 14-0, but there were some questions at the Hayesville Planning Commission. So, Scott, I don't know if you've had a chance to brief commissioners. Okay. All right. Any other questions about that one?
I think we're good. Any questions? Okay.
Okay. Item E is formalizes the agreement, the three-way agreement between the City of Wichita, Sedgwick County, and the Kansas Health Foundation related to some testing procedures related to ground well, primarily focused at 29th and Grove. This contract formalizes that. It does include the $125,000 contribution for matching to get some of the matching funds from the state. The recommendation was that this be on consent. There was a technical error that put it on new business. Are you okay with it on consent?
I'm fine with it. We had this discussion publicly already. I'm fine with it being on consent. Move this thing forward, Commissioner Howell.
It's fine with me. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Consent's fine.
Okay. All right. We'll move that to consent then. And then we've got the last regular item is Board of Bids and Contracts. There's two items on that. When we get into consent, we've got the first item, item G, is a contract. It's an agreement with KDOT for funding to replace a bridge. KDOT's funding $1.8 million and the county share is $408,000 on that particular bridge. Item H is an agreement for engineering services, $87,000 price tag on that. Item I is a request to vacate a drainage easement. Public Works has approved this and MAPC approved it 11-0. Item J is item J and K are two different employment contracts for advanced registered nurse practitioners for ComCare. One of those, item K, Will Barnes, is kind of a grow your own. He's been our director of nursing for the past few years as he's gone back to get his master's in nursing, and now he's licensed, and we're really glad about that. Item L is a vendor contract with 7 different vendors to provide respite for persons experiencing Alzheimer's and dementia. It's a new program, and so we've identified 7 different vendors that we will contract with to deliver those services. Item M is a large event at Sedgwick County Park. It's the Buggerama. It's German car show, April 25th and 26th. And everything else is routine business. There is an executive session. So any questions about any of these items?
Questions? Big none. Okay,
That's all we've got.
Anything else we need to discuss? I think we're good to go. Okay. Oh,
Can I ask?
yes.
Sorry. Did you already talk about grants?
No.
Okay. One thing that I think we would like to do possibly as soon as the next agenda is add a standing agenda item, much like what we've done with legislative issues these last few months. And then what we've historically done for budget during budget season. Because we are starting to hear of federal grants that are being either terminated early or we're being notified that they'll go away. We already have 3 on our radar. And so in talking with Tom, what we are doing as staff is getting together every Friday morning from now on at 9 and talking about grants that are ending, and we'll come to you with recommendations. We'll need to have conversations with you at some point about how we proceed with those grants that have ended with regard to how you'll make, what information you'll need to decide whether you want to continue to fund that from operating budget, what we'll do with those positions, how that will be handled. So Tom's obviously teaching at the mini MPA program this morning, but we'll talk with him and then probably circle back with the 5 of you just to make sure that we are handling this and understanding what information you'll need to make those decisions, because we're not going to have a lot of time to think on it. This information is coming up pretty quickly. So just wanted to gauge if that's something that the commission would be okay with. It's just having kind of that standing agenda item toward the end of the agenda. And if there's anything in particular you want us to, aside from positions that are funded and services that are provided and number of clients impacted, if there's other information that you think you might want to have, maybe let us know that over the next few days.
If I can, I think that's a good idea. We've done these seasonal things with, like I said, legislative session and budget session. We just added a line item for update. Since this is kind of hot on the radar, I think it's very valuable for us to know. Those grants since we've been here, the grants are just signed off and life goes on. But if it's changing, I agree.
The decision will be either we don't do the service or we fund it a different way, correct? That's likely.
Well, most likely, yes, but I think it's also a matter of, because we're being told for example, there was a grant, I think either late last week or early this week, where they cut the funding up as of the 24th of March. We're at April 2nd. What do you do? What do you do in that short term? And then how do you handle the positions if they're assigned there? Do we just, like you said, quit doing the work? Is it a matter of phasing it out? So there'll be some different, I think, different options for you to consider.
Yeah, I guess that was my question is, when some of this sunsets, you're gonna have lagging bills for an extended amount of time. So, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, this is
more eyes
not
can
the
get on
most
that, the better.
thoughtful process. And we even have some grants. I think there's one, I think it's in aging, where we know there's a month gap of funding. It ends as of one date. It may pick up again as of another date, but they're saying we can't backdate. And so there will literally be a whole month of gap where we either don't provide the service in that month, or you all authorize us to go into general funds, use contingency to operate that service in the interim. So it's not going to be an easy conversation for.
Okay, well. Don't assume that it will be. Legislative issues will probably only be on for one more week, correct? I mean, through the veto session and.
Be honest with you, I don't know that there's gonna be much next Wednesday because we're still on the journey.
So maybe this is just one of those, we just exchange the line item on the agenda and move forward with some grant updates. Okay. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Good thinking. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay, we're good. Everybody have a good weekend.